Hi guys, it's markabusi here and we're back with another reaction, and today we are going to be watching the documentary Miss Americana, which is all about wee sweet baby Tay. That's about it as far as I'm aware. I don't know what's in the documentary. I don't know if I'll get to like see some insights into her songwriting. I kind of want to see some insights into her as a person because I don't really know that much about her as a person. What I don't want is a documentary detailing her fucking love life and see all the shit that goes into the songwriting, where people are like, this song's about this bit of drama and about this bit of drama. I don't care about the drama. I just want to find out more about her as a creative person and see what makes her brain tick. I think that's an interesting thing to look at. All the drama side of stuff, when people are like, oh, you need to learn this about her. No, I fucking don't. No, I don't. And I don't want it ruining my reactions either. I don't want to go into a song knowing what it's about and go, oh, it's about this wee bit of drama. Fuck the drama. As far as I know, every sad song's about cats. And that's the way it should be. So, we're going to go in, we're going to watch it, we're going to give my thoughts about it during and afterwards. You guys on YouTube are currently watching a heavily edited version of this. The full thing is going to be up on Patreon, so if you want to see the entire documentary plus all of my thoughts on it, head over to Patreon at patreon.com/markabusi reactions. If you don't wish to see that, then you are in the correct place because, well, we're here, we're watching it right fucking now. So, without much further ado, let's go and see what this cunt Taylor Swift's all about. Fucking knew she was a cat lady. Knew she was a cat lady.
Happy.
12-year-old Taylor Swift.
Hey everybody, I'm Taylor.
I've been trained to be
Not to interrupt Taylor Swift or anything like that, right, when she's in midst of her hail hang, but that just reminded me when I got my first guitar, and it was Christmas, and I'd asked my parents for a guitar, but they couldn't afford to get me one, and which is fine. And then the postman delivered a guitar to our house. I was like, I thought you guys said you couldn't afford to get me a guitar for Christmas, and they were like, look at the look at the address on it, Mark. He sent it to the wrong house. That house is streets away. And I was like, well, they're never gonna know. And that was how I got my first guitar.
In the middle of the night, in my dreams, you should see the things we do, baby. Ooh, in the middle of the night, in my dreams, I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take my time.
That's that fucking good miming that Dave Grohl was talking about.
Trying not to think about you calling me with Grammy nominations.
I know. Well, I'm trying to get the full list because right now, in the big categories of album, record, song, you are not nominated.
Oh, okay. It's this is good. This is fine. You know what? Like, this is fine. This is. I just need to make a better record.
Well, Reputation is a great record.
No, I'm making a better record.
You could make the argument of first world problems, where she sat there and actively filmed herself getting her phone call to receive her Grammy nominations because she wants to document her reaction to getting her Grammy nominations, which is a wee bit performative. But she's also a performative person, right? You take that into account straight away, right? She's clearly a performative person. Look at her fucking stage shows. I say this not as a negative, right? Probably has some kind of narcissistic tendencies because you can't get to the level of what she's got to without being slightly selfish and just being like kind of like driven. But also, she's a creative person, and as a creative person who puts themselves out there, if you have got the narcissistic tendencies to try and drive yourself, and you've got the creative tendencies to go and put yourself out there as unabashedly naked in her song lyrics as she does, all that to me would suggest that, like, psychologically, this kind of stuff is what feeds her ego and keeps her and kind of drives her going. That must have been absolutely fucking crushing. And I'm saying this, but I'm not saying any of that as negatives, because I don't see any issue with you doing something creative and then wishing for some kind of validation for having done that. It's the exact same thing as I'm currently writing an album right now, and when I do finally have it finished, I'm going to be I'm currently putting videos up of me making it on my YouTube channel, hoping that some people will watch it and go, oh, you're doing good at that. Like, you get the creative impulse of doing the art, right? And that's fulfilling. But once it's done, you then kind of put it out there into the world, and it's there for everybody else to consume and give feedback on. I think anybody who says that once they've put it out there, they're done with it and they've got no interest in the feedback is a liar. And anybody who says that they write their stuff without the audience in mind, I don't believe them. Why else are you doing it? Like, write the song, great. Write the song, that will fulfill you spiritually in your creative endeavours, right? But why release it if you're no interested in getting the validation from the outside response? So then, to have done that with Reputation, which up to that point, I'm assuming, is probably her best work, or at least in her head, her best work, and to have received fuck all for it is a kick in the teeth. I can 100% see how that was just crushed her. Her response to instantly just go with no fucking time to just sit and kind of wallow. Her first response is just, right, we're just going right back to the studio then. That suggests to me, there's no nice way to phrase this, it makes me think that she's and you know what, right, and you can get this a wee bit in the lyrics as well, a bit like a kicked puppy. You kick that puppy thinks that it's done something wrong, it's coming straight back for more. I'm not trying to get too psychological here, because I don't know fuck all about psychology and I'm just making shit up as I go along. To me, it seems like she's got a bit of a kind of damaged ego where she needs the validation, so she's disappeared into her own head where she's just spending her whole time going, right, I need to be better. And then when she doesn't get it, her first response is, I just need to go back because I've obviously done something wrong. It's not that the outside audience are fucking just too stupid to get it, or even just as basic as some other people wrote better stuff, which could very much have been. I don't know what albums came out that year, but there could have just been better albums. I mean, fuck, she's written better albums, I'm assuming, because I'm absolutely certain, on having not heard Reputation, that I actually think that Folklore's going to be better. I don't know, there was a lot in that instant response. There was just a lot unsaid.
Oh, okay. It's this is good. This is fine.
Yeah, and it's very similar. Everything is like this. You know, it's so weird. I said
This is, you know what? Like, this is fine. This is. I just need to make a better record.
well, Reputation is a great record.
No, I'm making a better record.
Well, and I'm still waiting for the pop. You know, the pop categories. Those should be hitting any second.
Sorry to interrupt again, right? But the thing is, right, at this point, the damage is done. The ego has been fucking destroyed at this point. And I think whoever that is that's on the phone to her is obviously trying to kind of massage the blow a little. But every fucking sentence after this is just another kick in the teeth. Because the whole, like, oh, I'm waiting for the pop categories. In her head, she's instantly saying, I don't give a fuck about the pop categories. Now, at this point, anything that she does get nominated for is going to be seen as, it's going to be tarnished a bit.
And then you say that you'll never find another like me.
Oh, I know this song.
Baby, that's the fun of me.
Shit.
I don't know. I don't have no idea.
It's really cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
Right, there's a song that should have just been kept on the fucking piano. Jesus Christ.
I think this is the first single.
Find another like me.
Oh!
I'm the only one of me. Baby, that's the fun of me. Holy shit.
Oh my god, did we just do like this whole verse and chorus?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Far be it for me to sit here and be combative with my audience. I don't give a fuck if she's happy about having written it. Right? The Redfall song. The Redfall. Should have kept it on a piano. She wanted a Shake It Off 2.0 because Shake It Off's such a good fucking song. Fuck she wrote TTPD. See what that banger. I'd put this channel would be in the bin.
Maybe first I could talk to you about kind of new album stuff. There's gonna be from 16 to 20 songs on it, is what I'm guessing it's gonna end up at.
Is there 16 to 20 songs on Lover? Because if I'm not doing this with every fucking album, she just needs to calm down. Fucking on. I'm sorry, I'm pausing it too much, but she needs to just calm the fuck down. There's 18. I'm fucking sick of this. I'm fucking sick of this. Oh, I'm just seeing my life stretching in front of me, and it's just endless amounts of Taylor Swift songs. I think the other thing, right, that's upset me a wee bit, right, is that she's now cranked out like, what, 11 studio albums, and they've all got like 30 fucking songs on them, right? I'm sitting here struggling to get 10. It's fucking brutal. Wait, 8 great songs is enough? I've got 8. I just need to make them good now. Then the album's done. Yes.
Taylor Swift.
Yes, here it comes. Hero.
Thank you so much. I always dreamed about what it would be like to maybe win one of these someday, but I never actually thought that would happen. I sing country music, so thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Now, I'm going to say something controversial here, right? And it's maybe going to upset some of the Swifties, but hear me out. As recent revelations have come across, Beyonce is an actual serial murderer who destroys the career and body and mind of anybody who goes up onto an awards acceptance stage and doesn't mention Beyonce. And Taylor Swift had forgotten to mention Beyonce, and I believe that at this point Kanye wasn't actually doing anything bad. He was getting up on that stage and trying to save Taylor Swift's life because he realised that she had made the mistake and that nobody had told her. She had came from a country background. She didn't know that she had to go up and save and talk about Beyonce, so she hadn't done it. And Kanye went, "We can't have this. That lassie can sing. She wrote all the songs on her album. She wrote 150 songs when she was 16. Beyonce has basically rode on the coattails of the talent that is Kelly Rowland and is now gone about murdering every cunt, and we need to stop it." I don't know how things went south after that, right? Obviously it went south at some point. The relationship crumbled. But at this point in time, saviour. Thank you, Kanye. Thank you, Yeezy. You absolute fucking hero. You did the world a service right there. Everything that came afterwards, we'll just try and ignore it. I would just like to say that over the last year, this channel has seen significant growth far and above what I ever expected it to do. To a way, and to an extent, completely changed my life. I've met loads of people that I think are absolutely fucking lovely. I've had my eyes open to loads of really good music that I now enjoy. I've got a newfound appreciation for different types of music. And honestly, I've just had an absolute blast, and it has been at times overwhelming and stressful. Always it has been kind of beautiful, and I appreciate every single person that comes into the channel, leaves a like, leaves a comment, even leaves a hate comment, because at least you took the time out to watch the video and disagree with me, and that's fine, because disagreements is healthy debate, and none of that would exist if it wasn't for Beyonce. So I would just like to say thank you to Beyonce for everything that this channel has given me, and now we can move on. Almost fucked it there. Almost. This would have been the end of me.
Are there any hard feelings towards him?
I don't know him, and I've never met him, so
So were you a fan before?
yeah. It's Kanye West.
Are you still a fan?
Wow.
You know, I don't know him, and I don't want to start anything because I had a great night tonight.
Everyone is talking about this Kanye West thing, aren't they?
The Kanye thing's funny, right? It is, like, from an outsider watching it. It's objectively funny, unless you're Taylor Swift. She's super young at that point. And then you've got fucking Kanye, who's like a titan of the music industry at that point, and Beyonce, who is a titan of the fucking music industry. She's up there getting, I am assuming, one of her first awards, or like one of her first major awards anyway, and the entire thing, like all the feeling of the validation that she has been looking for all this time. You know what I mean? Like you saw earlier on how destroyed she got when she feels like she's worked hard for something and then she doesn't get any kind of like credence for it. She finally has that. She has her moment where she can go up and be like lauded by her peers and feel appreciated. And as she's about to do that, one of her major contemporaries just comes up and absolutely fucking pisses all over it. I'm surprised she didn't punch him. I would have went fucking nuts.
To me, but I can control what I write.
Looking at it now, it all seems so simple. We were lying on your couch. I remember.
I can't no comment on it. I can't no comment on that here. What the fuck is she done? She looks like fucking Magneto. I'm gonna say that experience with Kanye is probably the point where she grew up mentally regarding the music industry. At the time, I laughed, right? When it first happened, I remember it, I was laughing. I thought it was hilarious. Now, as an older gentleman, looking back on it now and seeing it from her perspective, not only is it straight up bullying, but it's like a kind of loss of innocence moment where she's like just had that stripped away from her unwillingly. That would change your perspective on the whole thing, like the whole industry, which possibly would then play into the types of songs that she was writing and the type of production that she would go for, etc., etc. Because I don't know if that coincides with her slightly shifting away from country music. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know the timeline. I don't know the timeline of her albums and when she started going from country more into pop music. I wouldn't be surprised, is my point, if like that made her go, I'm going to kind of move more into like the kind of music that her contemporaries were making so that she could get seen as more kind of a serious pop artist, possibly. But that's me just conjecturing at this point. I don't know.
What you're seeing here
That dog's fucking huge.
the
is exactly what Mom decided to do when both of her kids were out of the house. She decided to get a third child, like a human-sized dog.
She's actually my cancer dog. After I found that out, I decided to do something I'd always wanted to do, which was get a really big dog.
That's good, Mom.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
Happy that worked out for you. I'm sorry you had cancer.
I'm sorry. That's really what it is.
Okay, but she doesn't have cancer anymore, right? Okay, that's good. Right, okay. That's a shame.
Cancer several years ago. That has been really hard for me because she's my favorite person.
On the third song where I hadn't gotten it started yet, she goes, "Come on, Mom!" Like,
It woke me up from this life where I used to sweat all these things.
Hi, Dad.
Nice doing, babe.
But like, do you really care if the internet doesn't like you today? If your mom's sick from her chemo? You gotta be able to really prioritize what matters to you. For me, it's my family and my friends.
Just looking good in it right now.
Would you like a glass of red wine or white wine?
So my mum died of cancer. It's kind of true what she's saying. Like, like you've got your kind of day-to-day concerns and worries and stuff, and it's just usually complete and utter bullshit. And then but you get so bogged down in the minutiae of life that it's difficult to see past that to the things that are actually fucking important. Something comes along like that and hits you like a train, and it completely reevaluates your entire perspective on stuff. It's also one of the good things about having a creative outlet when it comes to stuff like that, because it's a good way to process your emotions, which I've only really just kind of started actually fucking doing. So my dad died, and then he had like a massive heart. Well, he went for an operation and his heart exploded like the next day. That knocked me on my fucking arse. And then like 4 months later, my mum got diagnosed with cancer again. She'd been in remission for 5 years. She'd actually just been, so like after 5 years they give you like a final check, and then they stop checking after that. She'd had her check about a month or two before my dad died, and then 4 months after he died she got it again. 5 months later she died. And there's other stuff that happened in that time as well. Like I had like 7 funerals that year. It was rough. I had left my band by that point, and I'd stopped playing music completely. I didn't have a creative outlet for anything. All I had was work. So I emotionally completely shut down. I've said on the stream before, I haven't cried in like 12, 13 years. I didn't cry when my mum died at all. I cried when my dad died once, like one time. And then after that, I just switched off completely. It's only very recently that I've taken time out to sit and actually think about how I feel about stuff and try and process it in some kind of way. I'm genuinely not asking for like people's pity and stuff. That's not why I'm saying this. I'm saying this because I'm basically saying that I kind of understand where she's coming from and what she's talking about. Completely reevaluates your entire viewpoint on life, to the point where now things happen that normally I would have been absolutely fucking like, would have gutted me or made me angry or whatever, and now I'm just like, I've experienced the worst that I'm going to experience. Until I have a child and the possibility of anything bad happening with that, I've experienced the worst that's going to happen in my life. Everything else is just fucking manageable.
You know, Claire just had a baby.
And like, I went over to see her, and
How is she doing with motherhood?
Well, she's the best because she's like, just so you know, this is what it is. You feed them, you change them, they sleep.
Yeah.
You feed them.
You do it all over.
You change them, they
Yeah.
sleep. You feed them, like.
It's just.
And I was like, so it's like a Tamagotchi.
Oh my god. Like exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think you would be an excellent mother.
Thanks.
No questions. That's so good.
I'm gone for a month.
I don't even think she would need to be an excellent mother. She could just pay for that child, have everything it needs. Just be like, right, you've now got 15 mums. Take your pick what one you want. I'm not saying she would. I'm not saying she would do that, right? I'm not saying that she would do that. I'm saying she could. She has the money to not have to look after that Wayne if she doesn't like it. Because I also don't agree that everybody needs to like their children. See, if you have a Wayne, you're hoping for the best, right? You hope for the best, but see if it turns out to be a prick. What do you do? That's my biggest fear. What if I end up having a child and it turns out to be a fucking arse? What if it likes Oasis? You know what I mean? You can't fucking send it back. You just have to fucking deal with it. It's just in your house, looking at you. You're like, mate, you're a fucking riot, but I've no interest in you.
Hashtag Taylor Swift is over party was the #1 trend on Twitter worldwide. Do you know how many people have to be tweeting that they hate you for that to happen?
Firstly, the misogynistic shouting during the Kanye West clip was fucking vile. Secondly, how on earth did how did he make her famous exactly? Because from what I'm seeing, she started from a very fucking young age and then grew up working her way up through the fucking industry ranks, writing song after song after song after fucking song. She won that award off of her own fucking back. She had already won the award. All he did was get up and completely fucking undermine her having won the award, but she had already won it. It was hers. It was in the fucking bag. At that point, she's already, okay, he stripped the validation away from her, but she had already fucking received the validation because she had already put out the fucking music and won the fucking award. All she had to do then is what she's done. Continue making music, continue winning the awards, continue fucking building up the ranks. He did nothing. He came along, he interrupted like a fucking asshole. And okay, I made the joke earlier on about how it was to save her fucking life because, and I cannot stress this enough, Beyonce is a serial killer. That's neither here nor fucking there. Like, he's basically coasting on a bullshit thing that he fucking did. And the thing is, right, and the thing that is very frustrating about it is that he didn't need to do that because in his own fucking way, he is also completely game changing when it comes to fucking music. He had done the same thing as she had done. He had built himself up through the ranks and through sheer talent had got himself to a place of mega fucking stardom. He didn't need to go and fucking use her in any capacity. She didn't need him in any capacity. The two of them had done it themselves, separate from each other. I'm not even sitting there and thinking like, oh, how bad is it that he's tried to do that? It's just weird because it feels so completely needless. He's got what is considered 3 of the greatest fucking albums of all time. I've never listened to them. I probably never will. And she's the biggest fucking thing that I've ever heard pop music. They don't need to use each other. She doesn't need to fucking piggyback off of his talent because she's got her own. He doesn't need to piggyback off of her. But also, just anybody who is at this point still like, oh, Kanye was in the right for that, just look at him now. He's a fucking idiot. And if he's like, Kanye's a genius. No, he's a good producer. He's a good producer. But that does not stop you from being an inherently shitty human being. And I get the guy possibly has some mental health issues. But if he's not going to try and receive help for their mental health issues, and is instead going to use those mental health issues and his platform to go about and just spread disinformation and fucking sow seeds of hate amongst the country, then that man can go fuck himself. It's also rather striking to me that, you know, I was having a conversation with my moderators about mental health issues 3 or 4 days ago because we were talking about autism. We were talking about undiagnosed autism because I and a couple of the rest of us were suggesting that we might have at least aspects of autism. For example, I am very hyper focused on very specific things like this channel. Like, that's just a small example. There's more, but we were talking about that, and we were talking about how people with those kind of aspects tend to kind of see other people with those kind of aspects, and that attracts to each other. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of my viewership who actually like me have got some aspects of that. Without trying to sound like I'm insulting you and saying that you are all fucking autistic, right? I'm not doing that. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? If you can fucking see the nuance in the conversation, neurodivergent people tend to kind of group together because they see the aspects of it in other people, and they go, ah, that's my people. Therefore, it is absolutely no fucking surprise to me that Donald Trump is gathering the likes of Kanye and Elon Musk and Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro and all the rest of the absolute fucking reprobates of society, because they all look at each other and they see, us assholes need to stick together.
I also was falling in love with someone who had a really wonderfully normal, balanced, grounded life. And we decided together that we wanted our relationship to be private.
Is this the guy for the bit where she then gets the ring, where he gets the ring and puts it and it's in his pocket, sorry, it's in his pocket, and then she leaves him in the restaurant and he goes comatose. Oh, poor Joe. And everybody's like, oh, Joe, and his hair's growing because he's comatose in the restaurant and his mum's having to cut his hair and it's getting in his plate. It's a fucking absolute shame for him. And then she's just sitting on the train going, ha ha, Joe, you clown.
Hi, guys! You want a hug? Yes. So nice to meet you.
I don't believe, yeah.
You're the cutest. Guys, oh my gosh. Kawaii. Oh, and I love these. Let's want to make the heart like this.
Big reputation.
Yes.
You and me, we got.
Yes,
you look like a Barbie.
Okay.
I'd just like you to be a witness for something special, Miss Taylor Swift.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna ask Miss Maybelle Marciano to be my wife. I got this special token of my love and appreciation for you. Love you.
Wow. Oh my God. Did you know that was gonna happen? I didn't know that was gonna happen at all. Yes. I was like, you just like, high five.
Thank you.
You guys engaged now? This is a
It's official.
my God. That's amazing. Whoa. Bye guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh no. Why? Oh. Oh fuck. Oh God. Oh. Oh, I thought my proposal was bad. Oh fucking hell. Oh no. Oh, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Oh. And the thing is, right, I know. Oh, I'm actually crying. Oh, I know, right, that you would think that the worst part of that is that they finally get to meet Taylor Swift and then he goes and ruins it with a proposal. But no, that's not the worst part of it, right? The worst part of it is Taylor Swift is just fucking standing there going, what the fuck's happening in front of me right now? It's so awkward. Oh, there was no need for that. Fucking hell. So how did he propose? Well. Oh God. And she said aye. I don't know. What are you getting in your knee right now? What's that? You're what? Barry, I'm in the middle of a conversation with Taylor Swift here. Do you mind? Like, you maybe want to shut the fuck up and get back on your feet for a minute. Jesus Christ. Let the woman leave first. She's busy. Like, she doesn't want this. God, that's bad. And the thing is, right, it's such a fucking hijack. It's such a hijack because she's just like, she's Taylor Swift. She can't just walk away because then she's the cunt who ruined his proposal.
So, Miss Taylor Swift.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna ask Miss Maybelle Marciano to be my wife. I got this special token of my love.
Look how just stunning.
I had to open her front door and I was like,
Who's that prick?
Let's not do that.
That's not okay.
Yeah. There's a difference between I really connect with your lyrics.
It looks like
and
Brandon
I'm
Urie.
going
And
to
I want your
break
blood.
in. Yeah.
Is it? Here's my problem with Brendan Urie, right, is that the first Panic at the Disco album is an absolute masterpiece, start to finish. Now, I am not acknowledging any of the shit that he made in his personal life, right? I've absolutely no interest in that because I don't know enough details to get involved in it. Here is my personal gripe with him. I fucking love the first Panic at the Disco album. I know every single word to that entire album, and it was my album to listen to when I went on tour. It was all we listened to. I'd sing along, loving it, loving life, right? Then they bring out a second album, and it starts with, "We're so sorry we've been gone, we've been busy writing songs for you." And at that point, that is as far into that second album as I got because I took the CD out and I fucking launched it. Fuck Panic at the Disco after that pish. Some of the worst lyrics I've ever heard in my life. Which is frustrating because the first album is absolutely astonishing. It's astonishingly good.
Should I just follow you?
Yes.
Ha! The wee cat! Sorry, that's amazing. Oh, fuck. Nah, that's the most delightful thing I've seen in a while. Come back, you wee bastard. He's a wee astronaut. That's...
Racy magazine cover on the stands today pretty much sums up some of the names the Dixie Chicks are being called in America these days. Traitors, the Dixie Sluts, anti-American. All because of one split-second comment aimed at President Bush right before the war with Iraq.
Rushing President of the United States.
Their opinion is so ignorant.
They don't know what they're talking about.
I think they are the ditzy twits. These are the dumbest.
Who the fuck is Bill O'Reilly to sit there and talk about fucking anything when it is absolutely 100% that we went into an illegal fucking war? I've not heard of Dixie Chicks, but I'm just going to say this right now. They're 100% in the fucking right. America has got blood in its hands. Britain has got blood on its fucking hands.
Let me just can you not play for 1 second? Because I'm trying to figure out this. I really like what I was doing, but I can't figure out what key I was in. It's like 4 a.m. in the middle of the night. The field of know I found someone to commit to. That would be okay. It's like, I'm so sick of running as fast as I can, wondering if I'd get much further if I were a man.
I actually really love that.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot.
Do you want to start, maybe if you start a vibe,
Yeah.
then this will just write itself.
Could I be separated from applauding business I could do? Applauding when I'd make a move. What's that? Could I be separated from my good ideas and power moves? That's really cool. Bitches and models to the, do you know like how they're like, we drink and we'd be popping bottles to the we'd be popping bottles to the bitches and models to the hoes and the like, do you know, because they get to call us that. They get to fucking call us that.
Yeah.
Like,
I made comments in the past about how she would write her songs on piano or guitar and then hand it over to a producer, and the producer would then go and fuck those songs up. And I didn't quite appreciate how collaborative the process was between her and the producer. I knew that she would obviously be in there at the time and giving like feedback and stuff. You've got to understand, right, from my experience, I've seen bands, right, so like I've seen bands. The best example I can think of, right, is there's a Scottish band called Biffy Clyro, and one of their biggest songs is called The Captain. It's like a good rock song, but it's like a rock song that's structured like a pop song. It's verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. It's good, but if you look up Biffy Clyro, The Captain original version, it's like an 8-minute long song that is a fucking mess. It's not good, but it's got little bits in it that has then been taken, like the amount that has been deleted from their original version of the song, and they've basically sent that song to a producer, and the producer has then went, right, okay, that's unusable, but here's a snippet here that's coming that's good, and we'll go and take that, and that'll be the verse. So they'll just take that and repeat it, and then they'll go, right, that part can be a chorus. And you can see where they've just pilfered little bits from the 8-minute thing that they wrote to then just become a full song. I kinda assumed, wrongfully, that to an extent that's how the big bands do it, because that's what I've been told. I was told that's how the big bands do it. They'll write something, they'll send it off, the producer will then take it and work it to a fashion that suits the record label. And I think that is how a lot of artists do it. The idea of sitting in the studio with the producer and going, right, this is what I want to happen next, and I kind of want this and that. That's how my band recorded their stuff. But I thought that that was just something that you did if you were like unsigned underground artist who was basically able to do that kind of shit. I figured once you had a record label who was kind of dictating what you were doing, that they basically had final say over what was happening. And I kind of attributed a lot of the Taylor Swift pop songs, the ones I don't like, as being basically created by the record industry, like the record label, to sell those records, which it turns out I was wrong about. And it turns out there is two sides to Taylor Swift. There's a side where she likes her kind of like bombastic pop songs that I don't, and that's fine. And then there's the other side there that likes the kind of more contemplative, stripped back music, and that's the side of Taylor Swift that I like, and that's fine. It's nice to see her in the studio, like, building a song. It kind of reminded me a wee bit of, if anybody's seen the Get Back documentary that's on Apple about the Beatles when they were writing Abbey Road, and there's the bit where Paul walks in with like the most basic framework for Get Back that you could possibly imagine. Like he doesn't have the lyrics or anything. He's got like a melody in his head and a bit of guitar, and he starts playing it, and over the course of 5 minutes you just slowly see he keeps playing it, and then Ringo goes, oh, that's quite nice, and going over and deciding to sit down and start playing the drums along, and then George kind of adds a wee bit in, and then it gets to the bit where like John sits and just stares at him, and the two of them just start working on the song, and they just write Get Back live, like in front of the camera, and it's fucking magnetic. It was just a nice wee insight into her writing process. Nothing makes me happier than sitting in a recording studio and piecing together a song. I love doing the reactions, and I love doing the streams, and I love doing the YouTube channel. The thing that makes me happiest in here, which again is 100% because of you guys, and I will be forever fucking grateful, is that you basically allowed me to build a recording studio in my room. I have basically a recording studio in here now. I can sit and write music. It's incredible. There's nothing that I like more than sitting in here on a day off work. If I've got a day to myself, it's just sitting in here and tinkering about with my guitars and trying to get stuff to sound nice. It's, yeah. And Progress Report, the album is coming along nicely. We have like 2 songs fully formed.
So, I just wanted to, just kind of looking back, this exact day a year ago, I was not playing a sold-out stadium in Tampa. I was in a courtroom in Denver, Colorado. Honestly, I was there for a sexual assault case, and this day a year ago was the day that the jury sided in my favor and said that they believed me. I guess I just think about all the people that weren't believed, and the people who haven't been believed, or the people who are afraid to speak up because they think they won't be believed. And I just wanted to say that I'm sorry to anyone who ever wasn't believed, because I don't know what turn my life would have taken if people didn't believe me when I said that something had happened to me. So.
See, in this, right, is why women pick the fucking bear. It's tricky for me to talk about as, like, straight white guy. This is the thing that makes it weird, right? So I can sit here and go, well, I'm not that guy. Like, I wouldn't do that. Women will sit there and be like, I'll pick the bear because can't trust any man. Cannot trust any man. And as a guy, you instinctively, right, rightfully or wrongfully, right, instinctively, as a guy who isn't like that, your automatic reaction is to go, well, I'm not like that. Like, don't lump me in with the rest of them. I think that that's a fair thing, right? But that's missing the point. But it's even bigger than that, though, because it's structurally from the top down. Like, the whole system is set up in such a way as to kind of silence women, and not just women, like victims of any gender, because men can't speak up about this shit as well. I have, on the reaction to Thoughts Reports Department, discussed my own personal experiences previously with sexual assault, which I do not for a second think that that my experiences as anything like as traumatic or relevant as a lot of people's. Okay, I don't. I threw them out there during the stream as a joke the last time, and it was only when the chat started going, hold on a fucking second, mate, what are you actually talking about right now? I've been conditioned to no see it like that. I guess I just feel sad that we're at a point where this shit happens and there's no trust between like the genders, and I get why, like I get why, and it's 100% appropriate, right? I'm no arguing that point at all. I just think that it's a fucking shame. It's kinda a new thing, but I suspect it's only a new thing because it's only a very recently that women have got a voice. There needs to be some kind of upheaval of the justice system, because people coming forth with absolutely fucking valid claims of things that have happened to them, and then nothing being fucking done about it is absolutely fucking reprehensible. Here's the thing, right? The kind of turning point in my head for this whole thing. This is a story that I can't talk about. I basically was at a party with my wife and all of her friends, and so there was like 5 women and 3 guys at this party. It was a party soiree, and we were drinking and we were talking and we were having fun. And then we got into a conversation about this kind of topic, and the guys, myself included, were kinda like, no, we weren't laughing at it, right? But we were trying to keep the conversation light. You know what I mean? Because it was a party and we were just trying to keep it like light. My wife started telling me stories of things that she has experienced that is no way traumatic or anything like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, it's no anything too bad. She was basically just going like, here's like wee things that you've never had to worry about that I've had to deal with. It should not have taken that to open my eyes. I'm aware of that. But oh I was angry. The other guys were then like, well, why did you not do this? Why was this not an option to you? Here's things that you could do to mitigate the circumstances. And the only thing that's gone through my fucking head is, why do they need to? Here's maybe a facetious allegory, right? But I once went to my work and I had my iPod in my jacket pocket. I come back from my break and someone had went into my jacket pocket and stolen my fucking iPod. And I then went to my boss, absolutely raging, and my boss went, well, you should have had your iPod in your locker. And I was like, no, I should not have had my fucking iPod in my locker. My iPod was absolutely fine in my jacket pocket. Actually, I should have been able to have my iPod on that fucking table. Should have been able to have it on that fucking table and walked away and came back and it should have still been there, because that was my fucking iPod. It's not their iPod. They have absolutely no right to go and take my shit. Why am I being blamed right now for not having went and taken the correct precautionary measures, and they're not getting blamed for doing the fucking crime? And if you take that story that I've just said there and transpose that to, instead of getting fucking an iPod stolen, someone got raped, and instead of why didn't you put it in a locker, you change that to, why were you wearing such a short dress? It's the same fucking thing, and it is fucking infuriating.
My team's really not happy with me right now. All I've talked about for the last couple of months is the election in Tennessee. It's not that I want to step into this, I can't not at this point.
For 12 years, we've not got involved with politics or religion.
Yeah, but this is on the home front. And also, back in the presidential election, I was in such a horrendous place that I wasn't gonna pop my head out of the sand for anything.
Why would you? I mean, does Bob Hope do it?
Well,
Did Bing Crosby do it? Does Mick Jagger do it?
Hell? Come on.
No, what I'm saying right now is
Bob Hope and
First
Bing
of all,
Crosby.
these aren't your dad's celebrities and these aren't your dad's Republicans.
Imagine if we came to you and said, hey, we've got this idea that we could halve the number of people that come to you next tour.
And the other thing, just from a security
So you
standpoint,
think people-
Taylor Swift comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that. I'm sad that I didn't 2 years ago, but I can't change that.
I feel like their intentions come from a decent place. I do not think that there is any malicious intent in them trying to shut her down there. I feel like they are worried about the backlash. At least some of that is monetary, which is kind of disgusting in its own. Some of that is also just fear for her safety because of the fucking lunatics that she's going against. At the same time, there is something quite quietly uncomfortable about watching her sitting there trying to express her feelings about a subject that's very close to her heart and very close to women, and the older white guy shutting it down. It's representative of a lot of the fucking problems. She's 100% right. She has a massive fucking platform. She has a massive platform and she has a voice. Yes, she is just a singer, but why does that mean that she is any less? Like, why is her opinion any less because of that. I've got the right to vote. I've got my opinions on politics. I've got my opinions on the politicians. I've got my opinions on the policies. Why then, right, if she comes out and says her thoughts and feelings, is she not allowed to speak? But because she's got a fucking platform? What makes her opinion any less valid than anybody else's?
Vote.org reporting more registrations in the last day since Taylor's post than in all of August.
Nice.
According to Vote.org on Monday, nationwide there have been 51,308 new registrations in the past.
If that woman ends up losing that election because of Taylor Swift, that's going to be fucking amazing.
But you know what? Donald Trump likes my music 25% less.
I feel 200 pounds lighter. I've been feeling this way for months.
I will say, right, the one thing that I do agree with Donald Trump on is that on like a 16-track Taylor Swift album, there is about 4 songs that I don't think is particularly great. So I also like Taylor Swift about 25% less than most Swifties. I never thought I'd see eye to eye with that cunt, but it turns out he might be right. He might be right.
Everyone's a shiny new toy for like 2 years. The female artists that I know of have reinvented themselves 20 times more than the male artists. They have to, or else you're out of a job. Constantly having to reinvent, constantly finding new facets of yourself that people find to be shiny. Be new to us, be young to us, but only in a new way and only the way we want. And reinvent yourself, but only in a way that we find to be equally comforting, but also a challenge for you. Live out a narrative that we find to be interesting enough to entertain us, but not so crazy that it makes us uncomfortable. This is probably one of my last opportunities as an artist to grasp onto that kind of success. So, I don't know, like as I'm reaching 30, I'm like, I want to work really hard while society is still tolerating me being successful.
Weirdly, right, I was listening to that into monologue there, and all I was thinking of is Britney Spears and how Taylor has successfully managed to sidestep all the pitfalls that Britney 100% fell into. I don't think it's Britney's fault in any way, but at the same time, her coming when she has, she's been able to learn the lessons that the media did to Britney. Because a lot of the things that she's talking about is relatable in that aspect, in terms of having to constantly reinvent yourself and be shiny, fit into some kind of mould, but particularly live a narrative that is seen as interesting but not too crazy, or else the media will tear you down. Like that, coupled with, I mean, like the amount of fucking reinvention that Madonna went through and Kylie Minogue went through, and artists similar to that. The one, like the female artists with actual longevity, outside of the ones that then, like your Kate Bushes and stuff, who, this isn't meant to sound snarky, but basically they had critical acclaim very, very early. So they were outside of the pop machine. So they were seen as like more respected.
Only the young can run.
This is why I'm now angry that I've watched this documentary, because at some point I'm going to hear this song during an album reaction, and in my head, that song would have been about how Taylor Swift hates grands and just like old people in general. She hates old people because when she's trying to walk down the street, she just can't, like she's wanting to walk at a pace. She can't because there's too many old folk in front of her. They're walking really, really slow and they're taking up the full pavement. I can't do that now. For 2 reasons. 1, I now know the background story. And 2, turns out this isn't on an album, so I've wasted my time. Absolutely wasting my fucking time.
I've educated myself now, and it's time to take the masking tape off of my mouth. Like forever.
Do you think she realises that her camper van's on fire? Or is she just at the point where she's got so much money that she actually just doesn't give a fuck anymore? And she's looking at it going, aye, okay, I can see in the reflection of my phone that the camper van's on fire, but it's fine. I'll just buy another one. I've got that good fucking, that sweet ass fucking shake it off money that I can just go buy a new one. I don't need this shit anymore. Burn it to the ground. I don't care. Donald Trump sitting in the back with a can of gasoline going, ha ha ha, I've got her now.
Wait, if you have anything I can help with,
I think we
please
should just
let
like
me
really
know.
keep talking about it because like we really do need people to put
Yes!
the pressure.
Yes, it's my boy Van Ness. Yes. He's going to get some pomade. He's going to get some pomade and he's going to put some pomade in her hair. I can't remember the names of any of the rest of them. I used to love that programme. Oh, Jonathan, you're a fucking hero.
You know, for next year.
Oh, they're
Literally
all
just
there.
call me for anything because
Yay!
you do so many good things for people.
Hey, Queer Eyes. I forgot his name now, right? But see the guy that's on like the leftmost edge of the screen that looks exactly like fucking Christian Bale in American Psycho. Anthony, that's the one. And he's got the dead eyes. He's got the cold dead eyes of Patrick Bateman. And I don't actually know what he did in the programme. It never seemed like much. Like everybody else would go along and go, right, we're going to change this aspect to this guy. He would just kind of sit in the background going, yeah, we've done a good job here tonight, guys, haven't we? Look at him. That guy was absolute trash before we got here. And now, look at him. He's pretty and he's got some pomade in his hair and he's got a new wardrobe and he's got some jazz up in his fucking personality, and I have also been here with my cold dead eyes staring his all down like a fucking shark. Love that boy.
I want to wear pink
Hello.
and tell you how I feel about politics.
Sorry.
And I don't think that those things have to cancel each other out.
Oh, Anthony was the cook. Yeah. He taught them how to chop onions.
Why are you doing this?
I want to still have a sharp pen and a thin skin and an open heart.
It keeps me awake, the look on your face, the moment you heard the news. You're screaming inside and
I'm not listening to the song because I'll react to the song separately in its own time. Aye, it was alright. Aye. There was a lot more hard-hitting stuff in there than I expected it to be. I went into that documentary and I said at the start of this, I didn't want to like have a documentary that was, here's the tea, to an extent. Yeah, didn't get that. Obviously, there was bits that were inevitably going to have to sit there and focus on little bits of her backstory that's fed into the music, like the Kim Kanye thing. But I don't mind that. It's gave me a better understanding of the events in there from her perspective. Again, I'm going to kind of tend to ignore it a bit when it comes to the actual song reactions because I kind of want to respect the songs for the songs. I never want to get to the point where I am liking a song because it's talked about a situation that's made me feel a certain way. Does that make sense? Like, I'd rather like the song because it's a good song and then have an appreciation of what it means in regards to her life as a separate entity. What I wanted from the documentary was an insight into her as a person, her motivations, her feelings about stuff, and her writing process, and all of that was in there. Was really interesting. Like, I don't think you can really know every aspect of somebody in an hour and a half documentary. I don't think that's a thing that's a possibility. It's gave me a better insight into her writing process, which was really interesting, and her viewpoints on certain things, which I appreciated quite a bit. My main takeaway is that she seems nice. Possibly that would seem like maybe anticlimactic, but I don't think it is, because you've got to understand, I've not experienced her as a person. The only stuff that I know about her as a person is the media onslaught of bullshit that was thrown at her, which is why when I went into the first reactions, I went in with a certain amount of negativity, because that was what I knew. To then come away from it going, oh okay, right, she's actually fairly down to earth and fairly nice. I'd say it's quite a substantial win. There are parts of this video that I am aware are going to be kind of triggering for folk. We've hit on some fairly touchy subjects, had some pretty tough conversations. If anybody's been triggered by anything that's been said, then I apologise. If anybody disagrees with me on stuff that I've been saying, I don't apologise. My opinions are my opinions and I stand by them. Yous guys on YouTube are getting a very edited version of this. If you want to see the whole thing, which by the way is sitting at like 3.5 hours at this point, then sign up to the Patreon. It's on Patreon, markabusi reactions. There's a link. There's a link in the more info bit underneath the video. Click on that, it gives you the link to it if you want to watch it. If you don't want to watch it, 100% understand, fine. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. It's currently the 5th of November right now, and it's an important day for a lot of people who will be watching this video, and there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of worry. I would say if you don't actually vote, then there is absolutely no point in sitting here and moaning about it. There's just no, like, you don't have the right to sit and moan unless you've went and voted. Remember that everything's fucking cyclical, and your system was set up for a reason with the 3 branches to try and mitigate as much damage as humanly possible that an individual can actually do. 4 years from now, it will cycle again unless Project 25 gets into fucking effect, in which case we're all fucked. Try not to worry too much. Things might get better. I'm ending on a downer. I'm ending on a downer because I'm worried and I'm nervous. I've been markabusi. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time.